అత్యాధునిక టెక్నాలజీతో నడుము మరియు వెన్నునొప్పికి ట్రీట్మెంట్ తేజాస్ స్పైన్ కేర్ సోమాజిగూడ సైనిక్పురి గచ్చిబౌలి.
Chairman sir, the honorable member has asked a very serious and very comprehensive question regarding the incident that has happened in Ahmedabad. Sir, I would like to start by answering that the investigation process, which is according to the international protocol, the norms which were set by International Civil Aviation Organization, where the country, the state of operation should have their investigation body, and we have our own investigation body, which is the Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, which got into the investigation process right after the incident with the subject experts into the site, and they have started their process according to the international protocol, and they have involved subject matter experts, all the international necessary people who are supposed to be participating in the investigation, and they have gone through the first set of investigation process, and they have given us the preliminary report. And if you look at the preliminary reports, sir, AIB, as for the first time, so whenever these incidents happen, and if the black box gets damaged, black box is the flight data recorder, which has all the necessary information which gets recorded. And whenever there is a slight damage that happens, it was always, it came to that point, sir, where we were sending the black box outside to the original equipment manufacturer and getting it decoded from that state of manufacture only. And it was for the first time that as a country, India took a stand that the black box which was achieved, even if it was damaged, that the whole decoding process is going to happen in the country, and we have successfully done it in the country also. The AIB has been successful in decoding the entire data which was available, even if the black was from the outer side, if it was looking damaged also. And once the AIB has achieved decoded the data, which was achieved from two different things. One was the flight data recorder, which has the data numbers, and also the cockpit voice recorder, which has the audio, this thing. So all these things, taking out the facts, the investigation processor runs on three principles, which is to find out what happened, how it happened, and why it happened. And preliminary report, it is called the preliminary report because it can't address all the things and all the questions that we have right now. And what we have done, what the AIB has done, in fact, through the preliminary report is to kind of address what happened. Based on the facts it found out in the CVR, based on the facts it found out from the FDR, and only the facts that it was able to determine were mentioned in the preliminary report, and to come out with the suggestions or to come out with the exact cause of what happened, and to come out with the further future action on, it can be the Boeing 787 or the series or the fuel switches and many things which have come under question, or the avionics which you have also mentioned in your question. To have a definitive answer and a definitive future correction measures, we have to look at the final report, sir. And I can say this to the House and through you to the people of this country also, that the AIB has a very definitive, thorough, rule-based process. They are very transparently looking into the process right now, and they are totally unbiased. This also I can say that the AIB is totally unbiased and looking into the facts. Now, there can be many questions also. I have seen multiple articles myself. I have seen multiple articles not only by the Indian media, but also the Western media trying to promote their own narrative, their own viewpoint, their own kind of consideration. But I have to tell you that the way we are seeing the investigation is through the facts. We want to stand by the truth, not what is happening with the pilots, or not what is happening with the Boeing, or not what is happening with the Air India or any other stakeholder which is this. We want to stand by the truth. We want to find out what exactly happened, and that is only going to be coming out once the final report has been placed. So we have to respect the process of investigation, and once that process of investigation has happened, then we can talk about what happened and how it happened, and then the corrective measures. If we talk about the other incidents that would have happened before, let it be the Air Nippon, Japanese Airways, or any other airways for that fact, every time any incident happens in any country, then the same process is followed, where the investigation body gets into the process of investigation, and once the thorough investigation is done and the final report is placed, only then the corrective measures to all these countries and all these airline operators and all the regulators is sent, so that the corrective action is being done. And this has happened in the previous incidences also. Wherever there was any incident happened, whenever there was a mandatory suggestive correction measures that were supposed to be done through the international protocol, it is mandatory for every state regulator to follow these and every airline operator to follow these. And we have thoroughly Without any negligence, we have thoroughly followed all the corrective and suggestive measures from the ICAO international protocol.
Thank you. Second supplementary.
Chairman, sir, as we are all aware that the DGCA is the cornerstone of aviation safety in our country. But as we know, that in spite of these serious incidents which have taken place in our country at this Ahmedabad incidents or the earlier whatever accidents have taken place, the DGCA is functioning at 50% of its sanctioned strength, technical strength. It's a very serious issue. I'd like to know from the Honorable Minister whether the government acknowledges this acute shortage in technical personnel within the DGCA and what urgent and time-bound steps are being taken to fill these critical vacancies so that the regulator is fully equipped to safeguard the lives of lakhs of passengers who rely on air travel every day.
We all know the kind of progress civil aviation took in the last 10 years, and I have also been time and again talking about the tremendous numbers depicting the growth that we have seen in the country, right, in the number of aircrafts or the passengers that travel through who prefer air travel, or the number of airports. Everything has almost doubled in the last 10 years, or more than doubled in the last 10 years, sir. Even after we see that the COVID, which was a major road break for civil aviation, we have crossed the pre-COVID numbers, and we are seeing a tremendous growth in civil aviation network. And this is why we from the ministry also recommended that we need to create more posts in this DGCA so that the surveillance or the safety or the security of civil aviation is very much intact with the tremendous robust growth that we are seeing. And this post that we are seeing which are vacant, which has come to discussion, is the posts which have been created in last year and over the period of last 2 to 3 years. And we have to understand that creation of posts and recruitment of posts is a continuous process. And there is UPSC which is also involved. And we from the ministry are in continuous discussion. And last year itself, we have recruited 103 posts, which in the history of DGCA was the highest number of posts which was recruited. And this year we have planned to recruit 190, where UPSC also has come forward, and by October, end of October, we are going to recruit 190 posts for this DGCA. And the other thing, which is more practical, that I want to tell the House is that these are very niche and technical posts. It's not like we have a huge pool. This is a limited pool of subject matter experts, let it be the engineers or the pilots or medical experts, aviation-related experts. This is a very specific pool of people that we are trying to pick up from. And it is a very tough process of picking up the right people, because these are going to be the regulators, these are going to be the inspectors, these are going to take care of the safety. So the recruitment process is also a very rigorous process, and we are doing our, we have taken notice of this thing also, and it has been continuing process, and we are putting more pressure so that the timelines for the recruitment also come down, and very soon we are in the process of achieving 90% of these vacancies also to be recruited.
Thank you.
సుమన్ టీవీలో మీ పర్సనల్ అండ్ బిజినెస్ ప్రమోషన్స్ కోసం కింది నెంబర్కి కాంటాక్ట్ చేయండి.